He's a righty.
Let's welcome to the field your 2024 ACU Wildcats.
Scott Field in Abilene, Texas. Coy Oslin, Jaden West here. Opening day college baseball as you take a look at the Wildcats and their pitcher, the big right-hander, Austin Glaze.
Yeah, Glaze, 6'2", 244. As we said, great foundation of this ACU pitching staff. Starter through and through. He's going to get up there and try to pound the strike zone and get it down to the bottom of the first and see what this lineup can do for ACU here against Northern Illinois today.
Glaze, the graduate student out of Carthage, Texas. The lineup for NIU will look like this. It'll be Charlie Parcell batting first, Cade Casobacchi batting second, Colin Summerhill, the standout player, batting third, Eric Arado batting fourth, Mason Kelly will be the first baseman. He'll be batting fifth. Aaron Harper will be batting sixth. CJ Sipicki will be batting seventh, and Jake Nelson batting eighth, with Andre Dimotal batting ninth. And that's the lineup for NIU. ACU takes the field like this. Maddox Misi behind the dish calling the pitches today. Garrett Williams at first, Zant Payne at second, Gino DeLesio at third base. Caden McGarr is the shortstop. Miller Ladisaw takes over left field duties, the veteran player and preseason all-conference selection. Reese Borjo in center field, and Aaron Staley wraps it up in right field. It is 54 degrees with a 20-mile-per-hour wind out of the north here, and if you got a lot of pop, that's going to be a bit of a fight there if you're trying to send one through the outfield as Austin Glaze continues to warm up, and you take a look there at Charlie Parcell. NIU last year, not the best season, 10-43, 524 in a conference record, 4-14 at home, and 5-27 on the road. Talk a little bit about their upcoming road schedule, Jaden, here later in the game, but otherwise we're getting ready for the first pitch of the season. Everyone steps in, and appears there is an open gate down on the field. Assistant coach headed over to shut that before we get going.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, and we're good to go. We're glad to have you. 2024 baseball season is underway. And a first pitch strike for Austin Glaze. 92 miles per hour. The 0-1 pitch. Strike two. Jaden, back-to-back strikes here. Glaze looks like he's feeling pretty good out there.
Yeah, 2 fastballs in a row. Maybe look for him to drop that changeup low and away, not anywhere close to the zone for Parcell to get a hold of this one.
Pops that one up and foul. And we'll try it one more time.
Parcell, a good 2-strike hitter. Good job at fighting off balls he doesn't want to swing at, but maybe called strikes. He's going to try to find something in his zone here that he can drive to the opposite side of the field.
It'll be another 0-2 from Glaze. High in the zone, they're going to appeal. And he's not going to have swung through. So 1-2 now the count.
Parcell at the top of this order. It's a really veteran top of the order here for NIU. 4 of their best 5 hitters are returning here in 2024.
1-2. Bounced off the glove and continues to fight through this battle. A good at-bat for Parcell. Parcell, the freshman outfielder out of Des Plaines, Illinois. Getting his first collegiate start today at the start of the lineup. Payoff. He got him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Throw over to first, they appeal, and Austin Glaze starts the season with a strikeout.
It's a great way for Glaze to just come out and maybe calm some of the nerves that are there, but as a veteran presence here for ACU, come out and get that first strikeout. It's big out for Glaze.
Caden Kasabucky steps in now, the junior catcher out of West De Pere, Wisconsin. 221, 313, 291, the slash for him last season. The first pitch from Glaze is a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Cracked through the third base hole and out into the outfield. Ladislaw fields it, but it will be a base hit for Caden Kasabucky on the 1-0 pitch.
It's a great job by Kasabucky there. Keep his hands inside and just drive the ball to left field. This wind today, like you mentioned, 20 miles an hour out to right field. Short porch out there in right field, so it favors the left-handed hitters. The righties are going to have to possibly get their hands inside and think about the other way, but great job by Kasabucky there. Turn on a fastball and drive it into left field for the base hit.
So now if you're NIU, you've got one runner on with your best hitter, Colin Summerhill, who's playing the DH today. The pitch from Glaze is in there for a strike on the outside. Summerhill, an all-around player, led the team in average, slugging, doubles, home runs, RBIs, total bases last season. Batted .303 for the Huskies. The 0-1 from Glaze. Down and Misi blocks it.
Yeah, Summerhill was a top 10 in the MAC there in doubles and RBI. Very big hitter here for this NIU offense.
The senior out of Chicago, Illinois, by way of Troy University in Alabama. The 1-1 pitch. On the ground, should be playable. Fielded by Payne. On to first for the out at Garrett Williams.
It's really the only move there. The only chance they had turning a double play was if Glaze was able to glove that, but just out of the reach of the pitcher. Great job by Payne to field it cleanly, get it over to first. Get to 2 outs.
So now with 2 outs, it will be Eric Irado of Sussex, Wisconsin. Led the team in runs and walks and on-base percentage last season. Runner in scoring position for Irado. The pitch from Glaze. Bounces into the glove, and the second one of those you've seen.
Hey, green runner right here.
Eric Irado in the 4-hole today. Great hitter last year. He set an NIU single season record with 51 walks. Real patient batter at the plate. Not one to chase the junk.
That always will pay off if you've got a patient batter. The 1-0 from Glaze. Another one low in the zone. Trying to work the low zone there. Jaden not coming up for Austin.
Yeah, you saw the slider there. Glaze is kind of going to the off-speed early here to start this first inning.
See Ryan Copeland there in the NIU dugout, the new head coach.
Good place that.
Corrado waits the 2-0. Fouled off his leg, and Glaze gets a strike there in the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, there you saw the cutter for what I believe is the first time here today. Glaze does throw that fastball and the slider, likes to mix in the changeup, but that sneaky pitch is the cutter. He's going to try to throw that low and in on the left-handed batter and try to jam him up. Great pitch by Glaze right there to get back in the count 2-1.
Glaze looking for the sign. The 2-1 to Irado. In there for a called strike. Good looking pitch there from Austin Glaze.
We mentioned Irado is a very patient hitter. He saw the slider up in the zone and was just able to fall in for a strike. He didn't want to see it. It's a great take. Now he's got a battle here, 2-2 with a runner in scoring position.
Austin Glaze, one pitch away from getting out of this situation. The pitch. He struck him out swinging. Austin Glaze gets the runner off second, and a swinging strikeout will end the inning for Austin Glaze. Stick with us on ESPN+.
Fans, be sure to follow the Wildcats on social media today so you don't miss out on any of the action. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ACU Baseball. Let us know that you're here at the Crutch by tagging
Illinois Springfield came over with the head coach, as we talked about a little bit earlier, Jaden.
Yeah, he struck out 69 batters in 61.2 innings. Strikeout machine in Springfield last season. It's a great transfer for Northern Illinois and a great guy to get this opening day started.
All right, Garrett Williams coming up for ACU. He'll be playing first base. Then Miller Ladisaw, DJ Van Otten, Gino D'Alessio, Maddox Misi batting 5th, Aaron Staley batting 6th, Reese Borjo batting 7th, Caden McGarb batting 8th, and Zant Payne batting 9th for the Wildcats. And the first pitch from Brower is a called strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, one thing Brower's going to do is fill it up. I mean, he's going to try to throw strikes early in the count and then throw you off with the junk away. Try to get you to swing and miss. That's how he gets his strikeouts.
The 0-1. Williams fouls that one off. Garrett Williams, the senior out of Grand Prairie, Texas, by way of Midland College. 328, 401, 408 the slash last season. All good numbers for him. Played a little bit of everywhere around the infield except for maybe shortstop last season.
Yeah, he's a really great utility guy for ACU. As you mentioned, plus 320 batting average, and he had the best average of all the returners coming back to ACU this season, but great utility guy in the field. Solid guy at the top of this order for the Wildcats.
Yeah, ACU lost a lot of guys to graduation last year. Lost quite a few guys to the draft. The 0-2 is on the ground and up through center field. A base hit for for Garrett Williams, that is. He leads off the season with a hit.
Yeah, this is what we were accustomed to seeing last year from Garrett Williams. Great hitter. He's a really good two-strike hitter. I mean, what he does best is he shortens up and puts the ball right back through the middle of the infield, gap to gap, as you see there. He's going to lead off this ACU offense this season with a single. Bring up Miller Ladisaw.
Yeah, and Miller Ladisaw, preseason all-conference selection, 295, 396, 469 on the slash for him last season. Really impressive batter for ACU as he pops that one up on the left side. Fielder scrambling over. Aaron Harper and Eric Arado will not have a play, and that will be a very long first strike.
Ladisaw in left field today, also a valuable option at DH. Great offensive bat from the left side with the wind blowing up to right field and a short porch. Ladisaw to put some power on the ball and drive it deep into right field. Miller was named to the all-conference preseason list for the WAC prior to this season.
The 0-1 to Ladisaw. Puts that one on the ground to short. It's a hard hit ball to throw over to second. On to first. They are not going to get the double play. He is safe at first. Miller Ladisaw legs one out in the fielder's choice.
Talk about a hot shot to get your season started. I mean, Dimitrol's first ground ball of the year in game. Absolute smoked shot by Ladisaw. He did a great job of staying down, eating it up with his chest, flipping it to a second baseman, but good hustle by Ladisaw to beat out the double play and try to keep this inning alive.
DJ Van Otten, the infielder, the junior out of Ada, Oklahoma, by way of Southern Nazarene University, steps in now for the Wildcats. Ladisaw on first. The first pitch to Van Otten is low.
Van Otten was a great bring in by Rick McCarty this year. Really solid bat in the lineup, and man, can he hit the long ball.
The 1-0. Ladisaw goes. The throw to second will not be in time. Ladisaw swipes a base, first of the season for the Wildcats.
Little sneaky attack there by Ladisaw. Only had 11 steals on the season last year, but as you see there in the replay, he got a really good jump. Great slide to beat the throw and put a runner in scoring position here now with a really solid hitter in Van Otten up at the plate.
If Rick McCarty can, he will take a stolen base any chance he can get. The pitch. Van Otten watches that one float outside, and it'll now be 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I think if you watch ACU baseball throughout the season, one thing you'll see is they do the little things really well. Small balls incorporated into their offense, stolen bases are incorporated. It's a great offense designed by Rick McCarty and hitting coach Daniel Ferruto.
The 3-0. Van Otten watches it and will take a 4-pitch walk. So Van Otten gets on the walk.
Great eye by Van Auken. One thing they're going to be watching for him is to be patient at the plate, not just jump at everything he sees. And he did a great job there in his first at-bat of the season to get on base, put guys on first and second here with 1 out, and a big bat with D'Alessio up to the plate.
Gino D'Alessio steps in for the Wildcats now. Runners on first and second. Really big opportunity here early on in this ball game. The pitch, right down the middle for a strike.
As we mentioned, Brower's going to want to throw a lot of strikes today, so after the 4-pitch walk to Van Auken, he gets right back in the zone. He's going to attack these hitters, try to get out of this inning. Maybe a ground ball to the left side, roll it up for a double play.
Maddox Misi on deck. The 0-1, low and outside. Brower checks back, and the pitch. Inside, try to tie him up.
You know, Cole, I like that pitch selection by Brower there. Trying to go in on the hands of a big guy who likes to get his arms extended. He just missed up, but really solid pitch selection by Brower there and his catcher.
The 2-1. D'Alessio up the middle, and it's caught by Brower. On to second, on to first. He's out of the inning on the 1-6-3 put out. ACU doesn't get anything going with a couple of base hits, and we'll talk to you later. See you in a little bit on EM.
Here in the bottom of the first, your Wildcat scored no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 left on base. The Wildcat fans, that Miller Lattisaw stolen base was your Buffalo Wild Wings steal a meal. Fans, it's time to get on your feet and make some noise. Someone's going home with free Buffalo Wild Wings. Get on your feet and make some noise.
Knotted up like a fresh pair of shoes here in the second inning, as we will see Mason Kelly, Aaron Harper, and CJ Sapicki for Northern Illinois. The pitch. And he watches that one as it bounces out of the glove.
See the first pitch slider there to Kelly, the big first baseman. Stands at 6'3". Big guy with a lot of power behind his bat.
Watches that one for ball 2. Kelly out of Mount Washington, Kentucky, formerly of Schoolcraft College. Watches the 2-0 pitch from Austin Glaze and puts a little bit under it out to center field. Rolling back at the track. It is caught in right field by Aaron Staley. Chases one down for for a very, very long out.
And we mentioned the pregame. I mean, this wind is blowing hard and strong straight out to right field. You know, watching BP Core, we saw some of these bigger right-handed hitters working on driving the ball the other way. And, I mean, what typically is just a nice little base hit to the middle of the outfield was carrying out towards the warning track and towards the wall, and you see that there. But great job by Staley to track it down, not give up, and make the catch right just before the wall.
Yeah, Kelly, really good hit on that. And first pitch to Aaron Harper will be a strike. A really good read by Aaron Staley in right field, though. Looked like for a minute he wasn't going to get it. Offers at that one, boy, and he swung on it.
Great slider. I mean, he keeps it in the zone for so long, and then right before it gets to the plate, it just drops right out of the zone. Great swing and miss pitch. It's a good out pitch by Glaze.
Glaze gets him, rings him up, down the middle. Oh boy, a backwards K in the book for Austin Glaze, his second strikeout of the season. Third, that is.
Aaron Harper got in the box, and I mean, 3 pitches, and boom, he's back in the dugout. It's like he didn't know it hit him. Maybe a little unsettled getting in the box for the first time of the year, but, I mean, swing and miss at the slider for the second strike, and then just painted fastball in the outside corner. Great job by Misi, putting a target up there with his glove.
Yeah, and you saw the look on Harper's face. Here's C.J. Sapicki stepping in now for the Huskies out of St. Louis, Missouri, formerly a Missouri Tiger. Watches that one, and we're tied up at 1-1 now. The 1-1 is popped into right and foul.
Glaze doing a really good job this inning, getting ahead of batters, making sure he controls the count. That way he can come back with any pitch he wants.
Jaden, he's looked really confident, too, on the mound. That's what's important.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get out of a veteran pitcher like Austin Glaze.
The 1-2. He struck him out. Misi looks to throw to first, and Austin Glaze, 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts. Nasty stuff all around. We're still tied up, headed to the bottom of the second on ESPN+. At Northern Illinois' defense, Caden Gasso-Bucky back behind the dish. Mason Kelly at first. Jake Nelson will be the second baseman. Aaron Harper at third base. Andre Dimitrol will be the shortstop. Eric Arado in left field. Charlie Parcell in center field. And C.J. Sapicki will wrap it up in right field as we see Maddox Misi walking his way over to home plate, and we're just about ready to get back into it here. Bottom of the second, ACU, a little bit of action in the bottom of the first, Jaden.
Yeah, they had a couple base hits, a couple guys on base, but ultimately the inning ended with a 1-6-3 double play. It was a great job by Brower to get out of some trouble, and he's going to come back in the top of the second and try to fill it up and see what he can do.
Little off speed up in the zone for Brower there, and it'll be ball 1 to Maddox Misi. The 1-0. Misi offered at that one. He really wanted a piece of it.
It's a really good looking pitch there. Slider, starting belt high and just falling out of the zone. Hard to lay off that one for Misi.
Misi, a standout player last year, the sophomore out of Adkins, Texas. 314, 383, and 400 on the slash as he fouls one back. One of the returning guys in this lineup from last season. You don't see a lot of them around ACU right now. They had a big graduating class last year, but Rick McCarty is always right back on it, getting guys from about anywhere he could to rebuild this lineup. Misi grounds that one in through for a base hit. Sapicki will field it, but it will slide through, and Maddox Misi gets his first hit of the season and his first at bat.
Great job by Misi taking that outside pitch and driving it to right field. Once again, ACU starts off the inning with a base hit and a runner on first. Bring up another veteran hitter in Aaron Staley.
Staley stepping in now, had that great play in right field, reading that long fly out in the top of this inning. Runner on first is Misi. Brower deals, and that one is outside for ball one.
Misi over there at first, not really a stealing threat. Does have a little bit of speed though. Look for him to go first and third on a base hit to the outfield.
Check back to first. Misi's retreated in time. Staley of Sugar Grove, Illinois, out of Iowa Western Community College. Watches the 1-0. And he shows bunt and does. The throw to first will not be in time, and everybody is safe. They tried to appeal over and get Misi at second, but a bunt, what looked like it might have been a sac bunt, is perfectly timed, and everybody's safe. Good play from Aaron Staley.
Yeah, great job by Staley here. Like I said, small ball is going to be a part of the Rick McCarty offense here at ACU. Staley right there showed late, got it down. I think he was fully intending on getting that down for a base hit, which he did. Puts runners on first and second here early. I wouldn't be surprised if they lay another one down here with Boro. Try to get runners on second and third. This will absolutely be a sack, though.
You said Reese Borho stepping in here. Runners on first and second, and the pitch is inside. Borho, the freshman from Abilene, hometown boy, stepping into this ball game, getting his first at-bats here at the Division I level and college baseball as a whole. The 1-0 bounces off his foot, and we're going to have loaded bases here in a tough situation for Adam Brower to get out of.
Yeah, and if you're Brower, you could not afford to give another free base right there to Borho. He's going to bring up Cade McGarr, the transfer from Texas Tech. You know, you mentioned earlier Rick McCarty bringing in a lot of great guys to fill in a big graduating class and a couple MLB draftees. And, you know, one guy to credit for that is Coach Blaze Lambert, the recruiting coordinator. He does a great job of going out and traveling and being away from campus for a little bit to bring in some of these great ball players.
McGarr watches a pitch up in the zone, 88 miles per hour. You got to think in this situation you'd absolutely trade an out for a run. Bases loaded, nobody out, the 1-0. He whiffed through that one.
Yeah, you see there on your screen, corner infielders are going to be coming up a little bit, playing in the grass. Now with the strike, they're going to go ahead and move the third baseman back. Ball to him, that's going to go double play right here. Over to second base and then over to first.
McGarr fouls that one off.
I think a ball back to the pitcher or first base is the only time that you'll see a play at the plate here. It is a force. But third baseman's playing deep enough now. If it's hit to him, he'll go over to second and try to get a double play, even though a run will score with no outs.
Definitely a play that luck can get you out of. The pitch, McGarr swings and misses, in a big strikeout there for Adam Brower. Massive play here, maybe, as this game continues to unfold.
We keep talking about it, but this is what Brower does. That's strike people out. I mean, he did it a lot last year. Look for him to do it again here in 2024 with Northern Illinois. Copeland can really rely on Brower to come up and make a big strikeout in a big situation in a game.
Zant Payne watches a strike there. Good first pitch strike there. That's something that Brower needs in this situation. The 0-1 is bounced over to second base. The throw to second. The throw will not go to first. They're going to try and tie him up at home. The play, he is out at home. Aaron Staley gets caught up and is out in a double play, an absolutely big play and a smart defensive play by Northern Illinois. Gets them out of the jam. Stick with us on ESPN+.
Hey, got one. Heads up. Heads up.
Score at home, we've got it for you. 4-6-5-2 put out, ended the inning, and taking a look at that here, just tough piece of base running and good defensive mind here for Northern Illinois. Get Staley at home, and so nothing on the boards. A bit of luck there for Northern Illinois and Austin Glaze.
Yeah, Macy was able to score there on the fielder's choice on Payne's ground ball. But then a little bit of some over-aggressive base running by Staley to get backdoored over to third base. And he tried to beat the throw home, but just couldn't quite. Great throw by the third baseman to get that out.
2 balls here, and that one is popped up by Jake Nelson and foul for the first strike.
Brower did a really good job of getting back in the zone after the bases were loaded there in the bottom of the second. Great job to get a ground ball and got bailed out with some bad base running by ACU.
The 2-1 by Jake Nelson popped up into left center field. It'll be down for a hit. Fielded and thrown in by Reese Borjo, and the cutoff man is there.
Great job by Nelson here. Driving the ball into left center field, you see. Really good job on the back hip. Driving it through the baseball, putting some power up, but with that wind blowing out to right field, it's going to be hard to hit the ball deep in the left side of the ballpark today.
Nelson, a really underrated hitter last season for Northern Illinois. 257, 342, and 347 the slash for him last season. He's on first base now, and Glaze's first pitch is low in the zone for a strike to Dimitrol. Andre Dimitrol out of Rochester, Michigan, formerly of Florence Darling Technical College. Playing shortstop in this game, is that one is off speed and inside, 78 miles per hour from Glaze.
Slider looks really good today from Glaze. Lots of movement. Of course, that wind does help a little bit as it's coming across him, but see him pick over there, try to keep Nelson close. Nelson does have a little bit of speed. Could take a bag if he wanted to. Good job by Glaze trying to keep him close over there and hold him on.
Definitely trying to get in the mind of Austin Glaze here with his backside to him. The pitch. Showed bunt. Dimitrol did not go, and that will be a ball.
Just like ACU, Northern Illinois not afraid to use the small ball as part of their offense. get something going and try to get some runs across the board.
It'll be a 2-1 pitch. On the ground into shortstop. Fielded easily. 6-4 will be nothing else as they let the runner stay on the fielder's choice. Dimitrol will be on first.
Hard hit there by Dimitrol into the 6-hole, but a really good job by the transfer from Tech, Cade McGarr. Playing shortstop today. Get over there, backhand it, flip his hips, and fire it over to Payne at second base. No play at first, but that's okay. You'll take that if you're Glaze after a hard ground ball.
Here's Charlie Parcell again, struck out in the first inning. Throws over to first, and Dimitrol's able to get back in time. Glaze has had one person on base so far in this game before Dimitrol. Well, one person at a time, that is. The pitch shows bunt and can't get anything to happen. That one goes foul.
Yeah, similar to the first inning. He got the first out and then had a runner on first base, but was able to work out it really smoothly, pounded the strike zone, and you see there on your screen, wind blowing 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 25 out to right field today.
The pitch from Glaze is a called strike on the inside, so comeback pitch there for Glaze, and it's an 0-2 count.
Yeah, he's done it a couple times today. He's thrown that slider in for a strike. Here I'm looking for him to throw either a cutter in on the hands of the lefty batter here, or maybe a changeup down and away, try to get a ground ball, double play.
The 0-2 from Glaze, and he pops it up left side. Misi retreating. This one will drift back into the bleachers and will be another foul ball, and we'll do it all over again.
Smart play by Misi. With the wind blowing back over here to right field, you never know that ball gets up in the air high enough, close enough to the stands. It could come back in and have a play on it, but that was too far for a play. It'll be foul ball. Keep the 0-2 count.
Parcell awaiting the 0-2 from Glaze. The pitch. He struck him out swinging. Austin Glaze gets another one on the board, and that will be number 5 on the day for the big right-hander.
That's 2 strikeouts for Parcell, but it's all thanks to Glaze's big-time slider. Got a lot of vertical drop on it today. You see it there, sitting at 79 miles an hour. It's a great pitch off the 92, 93 mile per hour fastball.
All right, Caden Casso-Bucky coming into this ball game now. He had a single back in the first inning, got all the way to second base before the end of that inning. And the first pitch from Glaze, the runner goes. The throw is well off and off the legs of Dimitrol. He'll be safe on the wild throw from Maddox Misi.
Yeah, Misi did leave that throw kind of up the baseline there, but it's a really good jump by Dimitrol, and I think he was going to be safe either way, but got kind of lucky there. I think it hit his leg maybe. Bounced back over to shortstop, so it didn't go into center field, but Borjo was backing up, ready to throw him out if he did go to third.
Casso-Bucky awaiting another 0-1 with runner in scoring position. That one gets away, and Glaze may need to take a second here between this next pitch.
ACU defense slightly shifted to the left. Of course, we have the new shift rules where second baseman isn't allowed to cross over on the other side of the bag, but
that one is outside, and count increases to 2-1 now. You said those shift rules, taking a cue from MLB on those. Zant Payne playing about as far over as he can. The 2-1, 2-out pitch. Pop foul, and Glaze is a strike from getting out of this inning.
you know, something interesting you'll see today with these right-handed pull hitters, you'll see the infield shifted over about as far left as they can, but the outfield, you see, take a look at Reese Borjo in center field, still on the right side there of second base, all due to this wind. Ladisaw in left, playing pretty much straight up, as well as Staley in right, but Keep an eye on Borjo staying over there right of the bag, even though he's a right-handed pull hitter up at the plate.
The 2-2 out pitch. Popped up and drops foul. Try it one more time. And yeah, we've seen that shift come into play on the Mason Kelly fly out in the last inning. A very good read from Aaron Staley. They found that one in right center field, and it's gonna be really interesting how they're gonna play this win throughout this game today. Austin Glaze looks in on the 2-2. And the pitch. Inside, and it rolls away from Misi as he watches Dimitrol on second base.
Back-to-back sliders from Glaze there. Really great eye by Kasabuki. Really disciplined player here in this 2-hole for Northern Illinois. As we saw in the first inning, patient with the count, then hit the base hit. He's going to be looking to do something similar here. Full count. There is a base open, though.
3-2 try from Glaze. Popped foul again. A really, really solid at bat from Caden Kasabuki so far.
Yeah, and one thing he's doing is he's really just making Glaze throw a lot more pitches than he's had to here in the first 2 innings. Glaze not in a lot of trouble yet to this point in the game. And with the runner in scoring position, Kasabuki doing a great job of extending the at-bat as long as he can and making Glaze continue to throw more pitches for these hitters to see and try to react to here later in this game.
Jaden, that's where a veteran pitcher can pay off. And here is the payoff pitch. 3-2. On the ground and foul again. Austin Glaze keeping really calm on that mound in this at-bat. Doesn't want to give too much up. Jaden, what do you think he's got to go for here?
Cole, I really like the slider away. It's been really well for him today. Threw the fastball there. Kasabuki was out in front. I like to see a slider outside.
Been devastating so far. That one on the ground, fielded at short. McGarr over to first. Williams is there, and the 6-3 putout ends the inning and gets the runner off bases. Stick with us. ACU leads 1-0. We're headed to the bottom of the third on ESPN+. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas, and well, what's got to be a very relieved Adam Brower back up on the mound. Only gave up that one run in that tight situation. Williams watches one high and inside.
Yeah, he had the bases loaded and then got McGarr on the strikeout and then to get out one. Then Zant Payne grounded out to second base, and they were able to backdoor Aaron Saley on some over-aggressive base running.
Williams tattoos one to left field. It looks like it may be playable, and a sliding catch in left field by Eric Arado gets the out. What a play by the Huskies left fielder.
Great play by Eric Arado. As we mentioned, the outfield shifted towards the right. This ball was just kind of blooped out into left field. It hit pretty well by Garrett Williams, but Arado, the speedy left fielder, able to track it down and make the sliding catch. Great play here early in the third inning.
Miller Ladisaw steps in, grounded into a fielder's choice. It got a stolen base back in the first inning. First pitch to the veteran is high, and he holds off on the ball.
One thing to look for Ladisaw this season is to cut down on those strikeout numbers. Maybe get a little bit more patient at the plate. See some more balls, get deeper into counts.
Miller fouls that one off. It'll be a 1-1 count now. If anyone in this game can work with that wind, it'll be Miller Ladisaw. A lot of pop on his bat.
You know there's a smile to his face today when coming up to the ballpark and seeing this wind.
Righty slugged .469 last season, as that one is outside, the lefty. It'll be a 2-1 count to Miller Ladisaw. Brower gets the sign and deals. And that one is low and inside for ball 3. Miller worked a 3-1 count now, trying to get on base for the second time this game.
Brower went with the changeup there on the 2-1 count. Tried to sneak it in there for a strike, but now he might have to go for a fastball.
The 3-1 is inside, and Ladisaw works the walk and gets on base. The second one so far for ACU today.
Really good patience by Ladisaw. He laid off the off speed that wasn't able to fall in for a strike, and fastball there with a 3-1 count just inside. Brower didn't want to be too careful and leave one over the middle of the plate for Ladisaw to crush.
All right, DJ Van Otten, the big slugger, steps in. The runner on first. Outfield playing pretty traditionally. The appeal over to first, Ladisaw is back in time. Last season, Ladisaw, not someone you really think about as having some wheels, but when you looked at that ACU roster, a lot of speedy guys on that team, so getting to flex his wheels so far in this game. First pitch to Van Otten is outside for ball 1.
Yeah, in that first inning, kind of a sneak attack for Ladisaw to take off, but hit a really solid jump. Ladisaw, a really smart player. I mean, fifth-year senior, has been at ACU his whole career here at the collegiate level, so he's going to capitalize that best he can. Sometimes baseball is not just about the physicalities of the game, but between the ears, mentally. How smart are you? How well do you know it? And Ladisaw does a good job of that here at ACU in his 5th year.
Really a part of Rick McCarty's bunch that you're going to look back on a couple years down the line and be really happy about. The peel over to first, and Ladisaw's back in. You know, you're talking about Ryan Copeland taking over this Northern Illinois program and how we just talked about Rick McCarty. You know, that's what these players are hoping to say about what Copeland brings to this team. Of course, he's got a proven track record in Division II, so big things for him in the future, hopefully. Right now, the 1-0 is cracked in the center field, going back at the track, at the wall. It is gone. A big fly for the big man. DJ Van Otten hits that one halfway to Coleman, and we're on the board with 2 more runs. ACU is up 3-0.
We mentioned it earlier, but DJ Van Otten here in the middle of the lineup in the 3-hole today. DHing, I mean, great addition to this ACU offense. Absolute powerhouse of a hitter, and he just took that one and let it ride deep into center field.
You look at that dugout there. You think about the culture on that. That's a new guy right there hitting a big shot into center field, and, man, the wind didn't have to help him with that one. First pitch to D'Alessio is in there for a strike. Take a look at this again. The big man, I mean, gosh, just powers it into center field, and There's no getting that one back. Second pitch will be a ball. It'll be a 1-1 count now to D'Alessio.
You mentioned that chemistry there in the ACU dugout. One big difference between these two teams, I mean, ACU, lots of new guys as we mentioned earlier, but Northern Illinois, Ryan Copeland came in and inherited 31 guys coming back from last year, 16 seniors, so a really veteran group, especially when it comes to the offense here for Copeland's Northern Illinois team.
Yeah, Copeland brought in Joe Kelch also to be an assistant there. Two familiar guys with each other. That one is fouled off by D'Alessio. Almost trouble right there.
The Huskies struggled a little bit last year, but you're sitting at home or in the crowd today and you're a Huskies fan, I think there's a lot of hope, a lot of promise for the season's coming with Ryan Copeland at the helm.
Yeah. Picked to finish 10th this season in the MAC. The 1-2 pitch is popped up into left center field, looks potentially playable, and there is the out by Charlie Parcell. Really good read by him. I thought for a minute it was going to drift a little bit further, but the outfielders look like they're playing this wind really well.
Yeah, there's two balls we've seen, one for each team, tracked really well. Staley earlier for ACU, and there Parcell in center for Northern Illinois. Great job of getting back there and reeling it into his glove for out number 2.
Here comes Maddox Misi. So far, he's got a single in this ball game. Came around and scored in that sticky 4-6-5-2 putout. As he watches that one low in the zone for a strike, and a good frame up there by Casso Bucky behind the dish.
Misi was a really strong presence in the middle of the order, even though he was just a freshman last year here at ACU.
Misi puts a little pop under that one, and it goes foul. Talking a little bit more about Northern Illinois, though. Like I said, picked to finish 10th in the preseason poll this year for the MAC. Obviously, only can go up from here. You've got a lot of returning veterans. You've got a chance to build a culture. I think Ryan Copeland's inherited something very special. And Misi offers at that one for strike 2.
Yeah, one thing Copeland did, I mean, bringing in guys like Brower, as you see here on the mound today, from Springfield, brings in some of his culture, brings in a guy that knows how Copeland works, may be able to relay that to the rest of the dugout some, and really have these guys buy in on this process.
There's a strikeout pitch from him, and Brower gets out of the inning after the 2-run home run, though, by DJ Van Otten. Puts the Wildcats with a little bit more on the board. They lead 3-0. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, Abilene, Texas. ACU leads 3-0. Bit of fireworks there in the bottom of the third. DJ Van Otten puts 2 on the board for ACU as they lead 3-0. But Adam Brower got out of the inning with a big strikeout, maybe a chance to get his confidence back, and we see Austin Glaze back on the mound for ACU, and his first pitch to Colin Summerhill is a strike.
Yeah, Summerhill, the senior, played a lot of innings at catcher behind the dish last year. Led the team in batting average.
And the 0-1 is cracked out in the left center field, and it is caught by Miller Ladisaw. What a play by the left fielder. He just put his glove right out there. He saw it perfectly. What a play.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, Ladisaw not the most speedy guy, but really good jump on the ball. Read it well. Flipped his hips and back into his left and kind of falling down as he made the catch, but really solid play by Miller and left.
Yeah, and we talked about it before the game, you and I, about, Miller's the type of guy you want to DH, but so far so good in left field from him today, and pitch is a strike there to Eric Arado. Arado struck out in the first inning, ended that inning. So 0 for 1 so far today. And the pitch from Glaze is a ball.
Yeah, one thing you're going to see from Arado is he takes those first 2 fastballs to bring the count 1-1. Really patient hitter. Likes to get on base with the walk. Doesn't like to chase much. Wants a pitch in his zone so he can smack it through for a base hit.
Arado smacks the 1-1 foul. Thought you were about to call your shot there for just a minute.
That's 3 fastballs in a row from Austin Glaze. Maybe look for the changeup low and away. See if you can get a patient Arado kind of on his toes. A little anxious here.
The 1-2 to Arado. Bounces in. It'll be ball 2. Arado, the freshman out of Sussex, Wisconsin, looking for his first hit today. Or pardon me, the senior. Whew. New year, Jaden. The 2-2 pitch, 1 out. Smacks that one to first. Fielded cleanly by Garrett Williams, and he heads on to first base for the second out of this inning.
Really nice job by Williams. Get in his hips and get the ball to his eye level. Field it cleanly and no help needed from Austin Glaze. Williams able to retire that one himself for 3 unassisted.
Glaze working a pretty good pace here in this ball game. Probably threw a little bit more pitches than he wanted to at the end of the last inning, but so far so good. Mason Kelly gets into that one, lays it out into left center field. Going back are the fielders at the wall, at the track. It is gone. A home run. Mason Kelly gets on the board, and the Huskies respond with one of their own to that exact same spot.
Really similar to the Van Atten home run from ACU. Kelly just getting underneath the ball and driving out into center field and let this wind ride it. Now, by no means was that ball not hit hard. He struck it well, but the wind does help a little bit. Borjo kind of caught by surprise. Looked like he was going to track it in, and he just kept going, and the ball just kept carrying out of the park. And really great swing by Kelly to get his team on the board.
And Ryan Copeland seniors get one on the board in this ball game, and NIU responds. That was a really good piece of hitting right there as we take another look at it. You could see it in his eyes. He knew it. Didn't know if it was going, but he knew what the pitch was.
Yeah, he hit the fastball well. Glaze probably just left that a little bit up over the middle of the plate, about belt high, right in his wheelhouse, and he wasn't going to miss that one today, was he, Coy?
Yeah, 2 runs now is the difference. That one is popped up into center field. Borjo has a chance to play it and will, and that will end the inning. But Mason Kelly gets the Huskies on the board as, hey, they're losing their hats in center field over this one. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Stick with us on ESPN Plus. Welcome back to Crutcher Scott. Welcome back, Crutcher, Scottfield, Abilene, Texas, as Aaron Staley watches one from Adam Brower high and away, and it is 3-1 ACU as NIU got on the board in the last inning on a big home run, but so far, so good for both sides. A little rough spot for Adam Brower.
Yeah, Brower's faced 14 batters here in these first 3 innings, as you mentioned. Big 2 RBI home run from Van Atten. Contributed to 3 earned runs given up by Bauer. 4 hits, and has had 2 strikeouts. Like to see that number get up a little bit more in today's game.
Staley pops that one. Dimitrol is going to miss it. It drops for a base hit, or an error at the least. Dimitrol thought he had a read on it, and that wind just playing some tricky moves with these players.
Yeah, really tough read here by the infield, especially over at shortstop. I really think that's got to be second baseman's ball with the wind blowing that direction. He's got to get behind it and call his shortstop off. A little miscommunication here in the infield in the early part of the season. It's going to put the leadoff batter on once again for ACU.
So Staley on first base. Reese Borho with the chance here. See, whiffs at that one for strike one. ACU has made the impact with runners on base today as Staley retreats back to first.
Staley, a lot of speed over there at first base. Definitely a threat to take a bag here.
Borho got on a hit by pitch. Back in the second inning. The throw for Staley is, whoa, not in time, but a really, really good play by Dimitrol at second, or at shortstop. Saves that one from going to the outfield.
Great jump and great speed out of Staley. Swipe the bag, put in scoring position with no outs here. Borho falling down now, 0-2 though. Needs to put a ball in play. Maybe poke something through to the opposite side of the field.
You got speed on second. The 0-2 to Borho is in there for a ball.
One thing we mentioned earlier was Brower needs to fill up the strike zone early in counts. Struggled with that a little bit last inning. Caused for some big hits, but here went 0-2 to Borho, now 1-2. Good job getting back into it.
The 1-2 to Borho. Gets under that one and cracks it into right center field. Sapicki is there. There will be a tag by Staley. The throw to third will not be in time. It's cut off by Andre Dimitrol, and the runner is now just 90 feet away. That's Aaron Staley.
Once again, that wind coming into play here at Crutcher Scott on a breezy day in Abilene, Texas. Borho poked his bat out there, trying to fight it off, and it flew out into right field. Without this wind, it probably doesn't go deep enough for Staley to be able to take third on that. Big spot here now for McGar. Runner on third, less than 2 outs.
So the E6, the stolen base, and now the sac fly gets him 90 feet away with 1 out. And there's a bunt attempt. That one drops by. Staley headed home. The throw onto first will not be in time. Cade McGar is on base with a bunt. And ACU tacks on 1 more run. They lead 4-1.
Wow, absolute amazing bunt by McGar. Squeeze play, but so good and right down the line. He was able to get a single out of it. Another RBI for this ACU offense. As we mentioned, small ball will come into play today and throughout the rest of the season.
There is a pitcher stretching in the NIU bullpen. The pitch, the runner goes to second. The throw, he is safe. McGar swipes second, and small ball continues for ACU. Take a look at that bunt again. Can't get much better than that. You've got to practice that over and over again, Jaden.
Oh, and from the left side to be able to drop it down the third base line and make that third baseman come up and try to make a play at home was a really tough play. Tough play to even go across the first, as we saw, which resulted in the single for McGar.
So McGar on second now, and Zant Payne with a big opportunity here. He was the one that ended up in that 4-6, 5-2 play. He was not out ultimately on that play, but the run did come in. That was Maddox Misi. That opened scoring in this ball game all the way back in the second inning. we continue to fly through this one here on a Friday afternoon. The 2-0 is high and away.
Yeah, even with one out here, Payne looking to be really patient. Probably taking all the way here in a 3-0 count. Gonna try to make Brower get back into it.
Doesn't get any easier. Garrett Williams on deck. The 3-0 is called a strike, and there's a good comeback pitch right there on the side.
Yeah, we see it again. We saw it earlier whenever, I believe it was a Van Atten walk in the first inning. He went 3-0 and went fastball inside. Van Atten, he missed just off the plate a little bit, put him on base. But hit his location here with Payne. Get back into it 3-1. Payne gonna be looking to drive one here.
3-1 is fouled back. Looked like a bit of a defensive swing there. And we'll try it one more time.
Yeah, it may have caught him off guard, you know, coming back inside after throwing the inside fastball on 3-0. He did it again. Great pitch selection by Brower. I really like him trying to just go right at this 9-hole hitter. Payne now with an opportunity, full count. It's a big pitch right here.
The pitcher warming up for NIU is a right-hander. We'll have more on that in a minute. 3-2, that one is high, and Payne gets on with the walk. So 2 on now for ACU, and top of the order coming up with Garrett Williams with 1 out. We see Ryan Copeland coming out there to talk to his pitcher. Not the outing he wanted from him today.
No, and as we mentioned, I mean, for our big strikeout pitcher, 69 batters in just 61.2 innings. You can do the math on that, but today just hasn't been that result. Only 2 strikeouts to this point in the game here in the middle of the 4th inning. He's going to stay in this ballgame so far, but I bet his leash gets shorter and shorter as this game continues to go on and as runners keep getting on base here for the Wildcats.
You talked about that relationship between Ryan Copeland and Adam Brower. Of course, you know, he came over with them, as we said, so there's a talk there. You got to hope there's some confidence instilled in his pitcher there, but Garrett Williams so far in this game, not a lot of luck. He got on with that single in the first, but flew out on a really impressive play by Eric Arado out in left field back in the 3rd inning. So Williams steps up, runners on first and second. The runner goes. Both of them go. The throw is off, and everybody's safe. McGarr on third, Payne on second now after the stolen base, the double swipe.
Double steal here. You get a look at Cade McGarr. Really good jump. The throw went to second. McGarr had such a good jump. Play wasn't even going to be any close over at third, but catcher puts the ball in the bag, gives his shortstop a chance to make a quick tag, get Payne out. But good job, double steal. Now 2 guys in scoring position with less than 2 outs for a really solid hitter in Williams.
Williams fouls that one straight back. They're really testing Caden Kasobaki today. They've swiped, I believe it's 4 bags so far in this game, and they just continue to pour on the coals.
Yeah, last season, Colin Summerhill spent lots of innings behind the plate for Northern Illinois. Today, DHing. Give a chance for Caden Kasobaki to be back there.
The 0-2 to Williams. Watches that one high. There's a lot of movement out on second base.
Yeah, with the runner on third, I mean, Zant Payne out there taking his lead off second, going to be able to get a big secondary, try to score on any kind of base hit through the infield. Middle infielder's not anywhere close to him, playing pretty wide.
The 1-2 is popped back foul and almost into us. Got up and close and personal with that one, Jaden.
Williams, here in the leadoff spot, really good 2-strike hitter. You'll see lots of foul-offs. He'll try to get deep into counts. And then before you know it, you'll flip a slider hanging over the middle of the plate a little bit, and he'll just bang it out to the right side.
The 1-2 is fouled back, and this battle will continue. Williams last season, 328, 401, 408 the slash. So here's someone who can get on base, but here's someone, when you have runners in scoring position, can really do some damage. That high slugging percentage.
Definitely, and I think if you're Brower right here, you've thrown a couple off-speed pitches that Williams is foughten off. I think you need to stick with your fastball. Just go to your go-to pitch, try to pound it, hit a spot on the edge of the zone, and with 1-2 count, you got a little leeway of what you can do here if you're Brower.
Brower's pitch to the Grand Prairie native is hit into the outfield, and it looks playable. Parcell is there. The runner will tag and head home. Everyone tags up, and there will be no play. Dimitrol, the cutoff man, and Zant Payne advances to third. Cade McGarr scores, and ACU tacks on another run on the sac fly.
Really good piece of hitting by the first baseman, Williams. Got behind in the count. A couple foul offs, and take a look at it here. Broward did go with the fastball. Williams able to get his hands to it and drive it into center field. Did a really good job, got the RBI, and we're going to have another mound visit here in the fourth inning.
That'll be it for Adam Brower. He's still got some runners to his name on base. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back on ESPN+. Stick with us. Whack Baseball. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. ACU leads 5-1. Let's tell you about the new pitcher, Ryan Linkletter, the right-hander out of McHenry, Illinois, by way of Iowa Central Community College. He steps in here with, well, he's inherited one runner in a tight situation. ACU leading 5-1, like I said, and Miller Ladisaw in the heart of this ACU order due up with 2 outs.
Yeah, this was a really good spot for Copeland to go ahead and pull the trigger on his starter. Ladisaw, the big lefty power hitter, up. Good chance for him to get into his bullpen and see what he's got here for the first game of the season.
First pitch will be a ball from Linkletter. Didn't warm up for too long. Got sent over there during that first mound visit and threw for just a little bit, so we're going to see what he's got. The 1-0 pitch, outside for ball 2. Trying to find that strike zone. Ladisaw so far in this game, he walked, came around to score, found himself in a fielder's choice and a stolen base. So he's been on base both times. The 2-0 pitch is hit to the left side, potentially playable. Harper and everyone rolling over, and no one will be there. That was Dimitrol, Hirado, and Harper headed for that one, and we're going to try one more time.
Tough spot for the Northern Illinois defense there. Kind of put it in no man's land. Ladisaw did, just off the end of his bat, kind of flailed it out to left field into the wind, and just fouled, though. We'll reset here and have a 2-1 count for the big lefty.
You know this. That wind, if you foul one like that, it's hard to tell where it's going to go. It could blow back in, and in this situation, that's a run. There's a beautiful strike right down the middle. Good comeback pitch. It's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, really great job. Throw the off speed in there for a strike. Even up the count. And with 2 outs here, he's really going to be looking to go right at Ladisall.
The 2-2 from Linkletter is on the ground to first. Played by Kelly. He's got the out. The run will not come to pass, but ACU does the damage. They get 2 runs on Northern Illinois. As you stick with us, we're headed to number 5 on ESPN+. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. The Wildcats beating up the Huskies 5-1 here, and Austin Glaze throws his first pitch, and it is offered at for a big strike. Austin Glaze returns here for the 5th. Adam Brower, however, the starter for NIU, did not make it so far. We can close the book on him, Jaden.
Yeah, Brower went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 5 earned runs. 3 walks, not a great number that you want to see for game 1 of the year, but it's okay. There's a lot of progress to become. He had 2 strikeouts of his 19 batters that he faced.
CJ Sapicki in here for the Huskies. He's 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout all the way back in the 2nd inning. Good pace so far from Austin Glaze. The 2-1. He offered at it for a strike.
Glaze 5 strikeouts to this point of his 15 batters faced in the 4 innings. Up back here again for the 5th. Only 3 hits allowed so far.
Take the strikeout there. Misi looks to throw to first, and the first out of the inning will be a strikeout.
That's his 6th of the game. You know, Cole, I think coming into today, game 1, opening day for the college baseball season here in 2024, Glaze, a veteran pitcher, maybe looking to come out, give you 5, 6, maybe 7 innings. And right now it's looking so far so good for Glaze. He's been really dominant and kept up a good tempo, kept his pitch count down. Look for that to continue here in the 5th inning.
As you see the righty Jake Nelson watch a ball there. A hit so far in this game. That was back in that 3rd inning when NIU had a chance to get a run on the board. And there's a strike from Austin Glaze, a 1-1 count with 1 out.
And Nelson, last time he was up, took a fastball and just drove it into the left center field gap. He's going to be looking to do that once again to get a guy on base here.
Glaze's 1-1 is swung at. Nice away pitch there. It'll be a 1-2 opportunity for Austin Glaze. Already a strikeout in the inning. The pitch. Way outside and bounces away.
And back to the slider there. He did it the pitch before and got the swing and a miss. I like the idea. Good pitch selection, going it back to it. Trying to throw it out of the zone. He had something to work with now. Even the count up 2-2. See what he goes with. Maybe pound the fastball back inside. But the slider's been really good today, Coy. I don't know. I'd like to see that again, maybe.
That slider has been absolutely devastating so far for the Carthage, Texas native. The 1-2. He swung at it and struck him up high in the zone. He is down on strikes, and another one from Austin Glaze in this ball game. It's going to be number 7 for him.
Yeah, back-to-back swinging strikeouts here to start the 5th. Both on sliders. He threw 3 sliders there in a row to Nelson to end that at bat. It's a really good pitch, and he can work the changeup off of it too if he wants.
Andre Dimitral steps in now. Fielder's choice back in the second as that one is popped over to D'Alessio. On to first, Williams is there. The 6-3 putout ends an awesome inning from Austin Glaze. ACU leads 5-1. Stick with us, we're headed to the bottom of the 5th on ESPN+. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. ACU up 5-1 on the Huskies of the MAC. This WAC-MAC matchup here to begin the season, that's one you can't say too often. DJ Van Otten steps in after the big home run and grounds one through the hole and into right field. Van Otten's got his wings on. It's fielded by Sapicki, and the big man's headed to second base. His second extra base hit of the day. He is 2 for 2. He's been on base 3 times today.
Yeah, really strong debut here at ACU for DJ Van Atten. 2 for 2 now with 2 extra base hits, as you mentioned, and drew that walk there in the first inning. Middle of the order now up for the Wildcats with D'Alessio and Misi coming in behind. And D'Alessio 0 for 2 so far on the day. Left a runner on base.
Here he is, the third baseman, the first pitch to him, and he cracks that one into left field. A base hit. Van Otten's looking home. He is waved home, and he's going to score with ease as the throw from Arato is not to pass and is cut off by Jake Nelson. So ACU, some early fireworks and some quick movements. They score the big man from second base, and a good piece of hitting there from Gino D'Alessio.
Yeah, really nice job. Van Atten getting on his horse there and getting around third to score. No play, and get us up to a 5-run lead here for the Wildcats.
Maddox Misi steps in on the 6-1 ball game and watches that one up at his elbow. ACU continues to pour over the coals. Misi today, 1 for 2. He was the first run of the ball game back in that really, really breathtaking play, you would say, defensively by NIU all the way back in that second inning.
Yeah, he scored the first run on the day, and he's going to try to keep this offense going here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Another thing Misi's doing really well today, playing a great backstop behind the plate, calling a really good game for Austin Glaze, and being a wall back there, keeping guys off his base paths, and just overall really good job by the pitcher-catcher duo for ACU.
ACU continues this inning. The pitch to Misi as he watches that one float right down in the middle of the plate. That'll be the second strike of this at-bat. Pardon me, 1-1. That one's tossed over there, and D'Alessio retreats back to first. The pitch to Misi is outside and away.
Linkletter has a really nice little slider. Could be a really effective pitch for him here in this ball game, but so far having a little hard time locating it. Letting it fly outside of the zone just a little bit.
Would be a 2-1 pitch. He appeals back over to first, and D'Alessio's back. Mason Kelly getting a little glove work over at first base. Linkletter looks in on the 2-2. That one is pop foul with a little bit of oomph in it. Retreating at the track at the wall, and that one is still foul. No play there for C.J. Sapicki out in right field.
Off the bat, I thought that was going to be out of play and no problem. Not even a thought that Misi would have to run, but the wind kind of started to blow it back into fair territory and out towards that foul pole out there. Pretty good little distance from the pop fly foul from Misi.
Both these teams have scouted that wind very well out in the outfield. The pitch to Misi is outside, and it'll be a full count now. 87 miles per hour on that pitch.
You saw that cutter there, a little bend to it. Once again, some of his moving stuff, the slider, the cutter, just can't quite locate it over the edge of the plate, throwing it out into that other batter's box.
The pitch, the runner goes. That one is shot out into center field, and it will go down for a base hit. D'Alessio's headed to third. Misi's headed to second. He is caught at second. D'Alessio over to third, and they get the not-so-surprising out at second on a double go there. D'Alessio, though, on third now.
Yeah, that's twice in this ball game that we've seen really aggressive base running from ACU. I mean, with the stolen bases today, and that's twice now they've been thrown on the base paths when they probably shouldn't. Staley there early in the game got back to pick at third, and Misi there thinking the throw was going to go to third, but D'Alessio safe really easily, and they were able to get Misi out at second.
That'll bring up Aaron Staley again. He scored today, got on with a bunt, got on that difficult play at shortstop for Andre Dimitrol. The wind really played with that one, ended up an E6. Runner on third, one out, the 0-1, and Staley will foul that one off, and he's in the hole early.
Staley in that second inning dropped down the bunt. Drag bunt for a base hit. And as you mentioned, got on with the error. Been on both times today. Take a look here, infield in. Going to try to cut that runoff at home if needed.
The 0-2. Did he offer at it? The appeal, he is safe.
Linkletter not quite happy with that call. Slider, outside zone. Outside part of the zone, excuse me, and really wanted that call. Called strike 3 there, but Staley just able to hold his bat back enough to get to a 1-2 count.
The 1-2 to Staley. Linkletter's delivery. And he struck him out. High in the zone. Linkletter gets a strikeout here in the ballgame, his first one of the season, and couldn't have come at a better time. 2 outs now.
Yeah, great job by Linkletter. Really good usage of his pitches. Good high fastball there to get the swing and strikeout. Now he's going to try to leave a man stranded on third as the freshman, Reese Borjo, comes up to the plate.
First pitch to Borjo is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. It looks like Linkletter's finding his stuff here.
Yeah, he's really settled in, you know. Like I said, the slider's been a little bit off, a little bit wild so far, but the fastball looks really good. And to be able to just throw off that one pitch and maybe use some of that accent stuff off of it. Makes for a really good outing so far to this point.
Borjo 0 for 1 so far today. Watches that one on the outside. Umpires for this game, Joe Landon behind home plate, Darian here at first base, and Christian Watson second and third covering over there. Linkletter, that one shot back to him. He has a problem feeling it, but gets back to it. For the 1-3 putout, that ends the inning. ACU gets the run, however, on some early action from DJ Van Otten and Gino D'Alessio. He's left at third. ACU leads 6-1. Stick with us on ESPN+. Welcome back, Abilene, Texas. Coach Rich McCarty's got him a new pitcher on the mound. It's going to be Chandler Freeman, the right-handed graduate pitcher of Georgetown, Texas, by way of the Big 12 and the Baylor Bears. As my friend Jaden West here is going to close the book on Austin Glaze for today.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, Austin Glaze really just looking for 5 or 6 solid innings out of him for on opening day, and that we got out of him. I mean, he faced 18 batters, struck out 7 of them, only gave up 3 hits, and did give up the 1 home run, but really good outing. Solid performance by the veteran Austin Glaze.
Here's Charlie Parcell, so far 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, and the first pitch is up for a ball.
Yeah, back up to the top of the order for this Northern Illinois offense. Huskies going to be looking to get some momentum and base runners on now that they're into ACU's bullpen.
Offers at that one and swings straight through it. 1-1 count. Freeman gets the sign and deals. That one is popped up to left field. Everyone retreating back and retreating in. Who's going to have it? Ladasaw loses it. There was a mix-up there between McGarr and Ladasaw, Cade McGarr and Miller Ladasaw, that is, and the runner is going to find his way all the way to second base on the error.
Yeah, it's really hard to fault Cade McGarr there, even though he kind of got in Ladasaw's way, the left fielder, but McGarr just trying to go out and make a play on the ball. It really needs to be the left fielder's ball there. He's got to come in, take control, make a play. This wind's making it really tough out here, though, for these pop flies.
Charlie Parcell, he's on for the first time this season. And here is Caden Sobacki stepping in here, the catcher. So far 0 for 2 today. Or pardon me, 1 for 2 today. Runner on second. The first pitch is Freeman checks back.
Freeman, as you mentioned, transfer in from Baylor, has that Big 12 experience. Not the biggest guy. Only 5'11", 194. Fifth-year senior here at ACU.
Freeman's pitch is swung at. That was a nasty pitch.
Yeah, and if you're these Huskies hitters, I mean, what are you thinking? You just got up there and saw Austin Glaze throw a really commanding slider, really dominant with it. Get up and now you got to deal with the Freeman slider that looks even better so far in this game.
The 0-1 pitch from the righty.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's in there for a strike at the top corner of the zone.
There it is again. He goes once with it away, gets a swing and a miss, and then goes right back to it in on the hands. Gets the strike look in. Now he's ahead in the count 0-2. We can do whatever he wants here.
0-2 pitch. Runner on second. No out. The pitch outside for ball one. Freeman, last time he appeared for Baylor was 2022. He had a 7.97 ERA in 19 appearances. That was one start in that time. In 20 1/3 innings pitched, he struck out 20 batters and walked 22. So trying to find some new life as a grad student here at ACU, and it'll be a 1-2 pitch. Up the middle and played. The throw on to first, and the 5-3 put out gets the first inning, or the 4-3 put out and gets the first out of this inning. And the runner will advance to third.
Watch out, Chandler. Almost hit him in the head right back up the middle of the field, but Zamp Payne there to make the play from his position at second base. Tough throw in the dirt for tough fielding by Garrett Williams, but great pick, great play to get the first out here in the 6th inning.
All right, so here's Colin Summerhill stepping in with a runner on third. Haven't seen a lot from him today. Someone we expected, someone we've highlighted very well on our rosters when we researched this game. He's someone that can really perform. I talked about this all the way back in the first. He's led the team in about every scoring statistic you can in the past year, DHing in this game. The veteran player watches the 1-0 pitch and shoots it out into center field. This could bring in the run. The play is there. Borjo's got it. The tag and the throw will not come home as it is cut off, and NIU's got them a run here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, there's something Summerhill does really well, and that's get RBIs. Last year for NIU. Became the first hitter since 2004 to have over 50 RBIs in a single season. And he was top 10 in the Mid-American Conference in doubles and RBI. Really good piece of hitting there to drive a fly ball into center field and score that run in from third.
So an error comes to pass for NIU. They get a run, and the first pitch is a strike. Eric Arado is the batter right now. Struck out in the first, grounded unassisted into third, into first baseman back in the 4th inning as he watches another pitch there, and that one is outside for a ball.
Yeah, the speedy outfielder. We saw him make a really nice play out in left field earlier in this ball game. Like to see him make an impact here at the plate as well.
It'll be a 1-1 with 2 out. Watches that one groove straight down the middle, and a really solid pitch there from the grad student Freeman.
Yeah, he commands that pitch really well. The slider, sweeper, whatever you want to call it. It's really nice to have that in your bag to be able to throw that for a strike and not just a get-out pitch as well.
The 1-2 pitch is dropped, and it will be a 2-2 count. When we look back at the story of this game, I think something that we're going to talk about is Austin Glaze in that slider he had on the outside. It had devastating circumstances, 7 strikeouts for Glaze, something he can really carry throughout the season, that momentum.
Yeah, and his fastball velo was looking really good too. It was up to 92, 93 early parts in this game, and it withstand too. It held really well throughout the 4th and even 5th inning. He was still throwing low 90s on that fastball. It just makes that slider look so much more effective and so much better as a pitch, both on the outside corner and in the front door.
The 2-2 pitch was a ball. It's 3-2 now, a full count with 2 out. NIU already got a run on the board so far in this one, and Arado awaits the full count pitch. Payoff time, the pitch. Pop foul.
See the high fastball there. Couple things you can do. Throw that slider on the back foot, try to get him swing and miss. Or you can go right back to that fastball. See if you can sneak it by him for the strikeout.
Big full count here. Top of the 6th inning, the pitch. Fouled off again. What an at-bat here from Eric Arado. He's really trying to work the count here. Hasn't been his game so far, that 0 for 2 line sitting there looking at him.
Yeah, this is what he does. He goes deep into counts. He had one in the first inning, went real deep into a count. Ended in a strikeout. He's hoping for a different result here.
He's seeing the pitches really good, and he's going to see the 3-2. Inside, it's a ball, and he is on now with 2 outs. Arado gets on base for the first time this season, and it will bring up Mason Kelly, who last time he was up put up a little bit of fireworks with that home run.
Yeah, not only is that the first walk for Arado, but the first walk for this Northern Illinois offense. Free bases are detrimental here, especially at the college baseball level. Freeman now with 2 outs and a runner on first. Big hitter up. That slider is going to really come into effect. Don't want to give him a fastball over the middle, otherwise he may do the same thing he did last time up and just hit it over the fence.
Ideal situation for Ryan Copeland and his Huskies. The first pitch is grooved down the middle for a strike. Like I said, Kelly flew out to right field back in the 2nd, but then had that really, I would say, a slow home run back in the 4th. That wind really worked it over, but he crushed it either way. The 0-1 to Kelly. Gets under that one and pops it to right field. Going back is Aaron Staley at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall. Rounding 2nd, now rounding 3rd is Arado. He's headed home. Mason Kelly gets the job done for the Huskies yet again. He has a run on the board, and it is now 6-3. They've slashed the run back within 3 runs.
Yeah, a really great base running by Arado there. He was over at first. Really speedy guy, as we know, but with 2 outs and a ball hit that high up in the air, scoring from first was going to be no problem for him. Really good swing by Kelly once again. Got his bat underneath it and just let this wind take it out to the outfield. Staley tried to make a play on it, but off the wall, couldn't quite get there. And we're going to have a visit now from McCarty.
Coach Rick McCarty coming out to talk to his pitcher. Starting to get a little bit closer. Northern Illinois, they're working their way back into this one.
Take a look there at Coach Rick McCarty. One thing I think he does really well is he communicates with his players. They respond well. He's got command of the locker room and command of the dugout. You could argue he's one of the best, if not the best, head coaches here at ACU. Has done a great job in his tenure here, and really good job helping transition this school from D2 to Division I. Couple really good seasons. McCarty 134 and 108 so far here. This was his first head coaching stint at ACU. 134 wins. He's now 2nd on the all-time wins list for head coaches here for the Wildcats.
Surely a legend here at ACU already, and he's building something really special mid-major wise in ACU. Trying to work out of this one. There is a left-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Don't know who that is just yet, but would expect to see them soon. Aaron Harper, the batter now. 0 for 2 today. He's got him a strikeout back in the 2nd and a line out in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, pardon me.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Lefty up in the bullpen for the Wildcats. That's number 15, Dash Albus. Dash, originally from Abilene, Texas, went to Wiley High School. He had a quick stop at Temple College before returning here to his hometown at Abilene Christian.
2-0 is cracked to short and caught with ease by Cade McGarr. that gets out of the inning, but Northern Illinois does the damage. They've got 2 more on the board there. Holland ACU back in. Stick with us. It's 6-3 here in Abilene. Already a strike to Cade McGarr back here in Abilene, Texas. That one is down for a ball, so it'll be a 1-1 count. McGarr on with a bunt earlier in the ball game. He's gotten on base so far, and as he shoots that one into left field, Arado looks to have a play. Has to sweep his glove over a little bit, and does for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good swing by McGarr. Really good job by pitcher here for Northern Illinois to come up and get that first out. Big out after his offense just put up a 2-spot in the 6th.
Sant Payne's gotten on base a couple times today, has struggled to get around though. As he gets up.
We didn't mention it, but DJ Hess now in for Northern Illinois on the mound.
Hess, the right-hander, out of Germantown, Wisconsin, by way of College of Lake County. In for the Huskies. Another righty. So another pitch there to Payne is inside for a ball.
A lot of right-handed pitchers on this Northern Illinois staff. Only 4 lefties. Most of them in the bullpen for the Huskies.
The 3-0 pitch with Garrett Williams on deck is outside, and Sant Payne back-to-back walks here in this ball game.
Yeah, Payne, really good debut for ACU so far. Put some really good defense in the field over at second base, and has drawn 2 walks, gotten on base, and first time we reached all the way to third. This time at the top of the order up, he's going to be looking to score. Garrett Williams now.
First pitch to Williams is outside for a ball. DJ Hess, the senior this year, 7.25 ERA in 22 1/3 innings last season. The runner on first, not moving a lot. Williams gets under that one and pops it foul. He's had a lot of foul balls today. Really competitive at-bats for Garrett Williams so far.
Yeah, that's what he does well. He sees the off speed and he's got really good vision, picks up on it early, and when he gets behind and counts, he's able to foul it off and then get a pitch he wants and try to drive it out into the outfield. There, he just missed it just underneath the slider.
Payne with an average lead as that one bounces through, and Payne's going to advance to second and step over like he's heading 3, but definitely not going anywhere else. He advances on the pass ball.
Yeah, catcher Caden Kasobaki. A little bit of a tough day behind the plate so far. A couple stolen bases on him, and then you see there that pass ball, but
Pitch to Williams is tattooed foul. I mean, he hit the tar out of that one. DJ Hess really got to be thinking about second base right now in Zant Payne. He's got a little bit of speed, already a stolen base so far in this one. In scoring position, Garrett Williams has had some opportunities with some runners in scoring position so far. The pitch to Williams is hit on the ground. It's a little number, and it passed, and it's through the glove of Aaron Harper and slowly rolls out into left field, and now runners on the corners with one out as that one just slipped right under Aaron Harper's glove.
yeah, for DJ Hess, that's just so frustrating as a pitcher. Made a really quality pitch to throw the fastball in on the hands of Garrett Williams. Like I said, Williams likes to see the off-speed away and drive to the opposite side of the field, especially with the runner on second base, but Hess goes inside hard on the fastball there. Got the ground ball he needed, but the error was unfortunate to put runners on the corners. One out now. Big Miller Ladisall up.
Zant Payne, good job not retreating back to second on that one. They throw over to first, and Garrett Williams returns back.
Williams a little speed over there at first and third, maybe. Maybe he has the green light to go. He had 10 stolen bases last year on 13 attempts.
The pitch is cracked into center field. Looks playable for Parcell. Parcell fields it, and the runner will come home. That's Zant Payne, and he will score. ACU leads 7-3 on a sac fly by Miller Ladisall, the veteran player.
Yeah, and Williams was taking off on that pitch, but really good swing by Ladisall. Drove it out into center field, right at the center fielder out there. Parcell, too deep for him to make a throw to home. Zant Payne did a nice job of tagging up and getting one of those runs back they gave up at the top of the inning here.
So the slugger DJ Van Otten steps in here in a situation he's familiar with. Runner on first, that's Garrett Williams.
DJ having a really good day so far. Had a walk and 2 hits, a double and a home run. Scored on 2 of his 3 times being on base. Really great day from the DH.
What stands out to me, you get a power hitter in there, someone playing the DH position. DJ today, he's been patient. He's really watched those pitches come in. He's stood his ground, got that walk back in the first, and of course that homer and that double can really tell a big story about how he plays his game.
Yeah, patience is huge, and that was a focus coming in the fall, and now of course the spring season here for Van Atten. Being patient, getting good hitters counts, and being able to just let his hands do the work and drive using all his natural strength to hit the ball deep into the outfield as we've seen today.
And the 0-1 pitch is fouled back for 0-2. As we hit the 2-hour mark in this ball game, ACU leads 7-3, 9 hits for the Wildcats, 5 hits for the Huskies, and 1 error so far for Northern Illinois. Throw back to first, and Williams retreats. For Hess, this would be a big out right here. This is not exactly been a great inning from him, but he's gotten the job done so far. The righty throws. Williams heads to second. He's going to swipe it with ease as that one rolls away from Caden Kasobaki, and ACU's got another base here in this ball game.
Really smart base running by Williams. We've seen it today, aggressive base running. Lots of stolen bases so far early in game 1. That was a pitcher's count, 0-2, and Williams saw an opportunity to steal on what was possibly going to be an off-speed pitch in the dirt, which it was. Made him safe, put him in scoring position.
The pitch, and Van Otten watches that one roll away. Working the count here. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls.
Linkletter continues to struggle with that slider just a little bit. Throwing a little far outside and in the dirt. Makes him go back to the fastball here. It's been a good pitch so far.
2-2 pitch. On the ground and up the middle, under Hess's foot. Williams rounding third. He's going to come home. DJ Van Otten, he's got him another piece of the book. A single, a double, a home run. It's all RBIs for him as he's back on the board, and ACU leads 8-3 as Gino D'Alessio steps into the box.
Like I said, he struggled with the slider, being able to locate it. That one, he didn't want to throw too far outside. He left it over the middle of the plate, and DJ Van Atten was able to just hit it right back where it came from, up the middle for the RBI single. Really great piece of hitting by Van Atten today. Another RBI to his stat books.
So far, if there's a player of the game, it's him. D'Alessio offers they're going to appeal to first, and the first base umpire is going to say that it is a strike. It's again Darian here, the first base umpire in this ball game. The 0-1 is way outside. Dash Alba's still warming up in the ACU pen. Looks like he's ready to go whenever the need may arise. Van Otten on first. The 1-1 pitch, 2 outs. Low and away.
A good patience from D'Alessio. He's grounded into a double play so far. Flied out to center and had a base hit to left field.
Hess going to try again here on the 2-1. Trying to find that edge down there, that low corner. Can't make it happen.
Yeah, these ACU hitters are doing a really good job of laying off of it. Hasn't been a strike today, so they're not swinging. It's really good discipline out of this Wildcat offense.
DJ Hess is 3-1. It's going to be a walk. And Gino D'Alessio, he's on for the second time today. With the walk, DJ Van Otten's going to advance to second as Maddox Misi steps into the box. There's going to be a meeting as Ryan Copeland emerges from the bullpen, or from the dugout that is, and in the bullpen there is a lefty warming up. We're going to see if he's going to pull his pitcher here. He's had a lot of faith in his pitchers in these situations today, just a couple mound visits so far. Now it looks like he's probably not going to be pulling DJ Hess here, just talking down his pitcher. It's early in the season. That's what these non-conference games are about. You get some really interesting early season matchups in college baseball. I remember a couple years ago, North Dakota State came down south. Michigan State's been down here. You're getting a lot of northern teams coming down and playing, and IU's look competitive today. They have, their offense has not looked like the offense that we saw of them last season. They've looked like they could get the job done. You've just got to get your pitchers in a groove early on in the season.
Yeah, I think Copeland's done a really good job here. As you mentioned, Northern Illinois, a long way to come all the way down here to Abilene, Texas. Next week, they'll be over in Baton Rouge playing a little bit of round-robin tournament down at LSU where they'll play 2 games against the Tigers and a couple more on the weekend as well.
Starts Misi with the 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is cracked into left center field, and it's a base hit. Van Otten's got the wheels on. He's headed home. Rounding and heading home also will be Gino D'Alessio, and headed to second will be Maddox Misi. He's got him a big double here in this ball game, and the mound visit does not help much. ACU's got 2 more on the board here in this inning.
Great swing by Maddox Misi. Took an inside pitch and just drove it out into left center field for the 2 RBI double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. ACU just completely wiped away those 2 runs that the Huskies were able to get in the top.
10-3 ball game here, and see Aaron Staley stepping off, and they're going to be replacing their pitcher. Please stick with us on ESPN Plus. Aaron Staley hits one through the second hole, and Maddox Meese is headed home to score as we return back. Whack Baseball on ESPN+, and that on the mound is Reagan Claw Witter, number 16, the redshirt senior out of Verona, Wisconsin, in Madison College, 7.25 ERA in 22 and a third innings last season for the Huskies, as he gives up a big first pitch hit. Take a peek here at this replay. Or, pardon me. We'll look at that at a later date. ACU, though, they already have another run as we return back. 5 runs in this inning, 11-3. The Wildcats lead the Huskies. Watches that one fall in there for a strike. It's Reese Borho stepping in now.
Yeah, nice little ambush swing there by Staley. Lefty come in, and first pitch was poked out to the middle of the infield.
Borho, he's got him a hit up the middle now. Runners on first and second. Staley advances, and ACU continues to pour on the coals here in this inning.
Back-to-back singles now for Staley and Borho up the middle of the field. Since the lefties come in, he's going to really have to calm down now. He's got 2 outs. Just get back in the zone. Maybe work the edges a little bit more.
We're back to where it started with Cade McGarr. He steps into the box now. Flew out to Enric Arado in left field all the way back at the start of this inning. 5-run inning for ACU as that one's off the toe of the bat of McGarr and foul. It's been a difficult inning for the Huskies so far here in Abilene, Texas. And the 1-1 is down and in the ground. The runners are going to advance. There will be no throw from Caden Casso-Bucky. And the runners will be on second and third with 2 outs.
Really good base running once again from the Wildcats. A lot of 2-out production from this offense so far. The last out came on the sac fly from Ladisaw. They went base hit, walk, base hit, base hit, base hit. And now McGarr up once again. Flat out to left field for the first out of the inning.
McGarr swings through that one. It's a 2-2 count now with 2 outs. The pitch. He shoots it into center field. It's a base hit. 1 run is home. That's Staley. Here comes Borho for the score, and ACU now leads 13-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's 3 hits now in a row for the Wildcats, just taking it right back up the middle. Must be seeing this lefty's fastball really well. He's leaving it out over the middle of the plate a little too much. With 2 outs now and a guy on first, he can work the edges a little bit. It's okay to go deep into a count. Find your command and try to find a way to miss these ACU bats.
First pitch to Zant Payne is a ball. It's been a tough day for Northern Illinois. They've got a second game coming up tonight. We'll talk about that here in a second as the second pitch is in there for ball 2. Originally, this was just a Friday ball game. 3 o'clock start time got moved up to 2, now a doubleheader. Trying to work with the weather as the temperatures are dropping here in Abilene as the day continues. The 2-0 is hit on a line and foul. Northern Illinois, I'll tell you, Jaden, they've got quite the schedule coming up. Next Thursday, you said they'll be in Baton Rouge playing LSU and Northwestern State in a round-robin tournament. They'll have LSU again on Saturday. They will not play a home game till March 22nd. That'll be against conference rival Miami of Ohio. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. And now we are just 1 strike from getting out of this inning for Reagan Clawwitter.
Yeah, you know, Coy, that first home game not coming until March 22nd. Probably not a bad thing, as it's still a little chilly up in Illinois. They come to Texas to try to find some warm baseball, and it's still pretty chilly here, too.
Shot into center field. There's a play for Charlie Parcell, and the inning is over. ACU 7 runs after the effort in the top of the inning from the Huskies. It does not matter. ACU leads by 10, headed to the 7th inning. off against hometown man Dash Albus Wiley Abilene stepping into this ball game. That one is chopped over by Sapicki and playable. The 6, the 3's going to be safe at first. So Sapicki legs one out, and he's on here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, really tough play for McGar over at short. The ball was chopped so high. And Sapicki was able to just get down the line real quick and beat the throw out from McGar. Nice infield single to get something going here, possibly in the 7th inning. Dash Albus, as you mentioned, from Abilene, Texas. Quick stop over at Temple College. He's a 3-pitch mix from the left side. The southpaw throws a fastball, slider, and a changeup. Really good option out of the bullpen for Coach McCarty.
Pinch hitter here, it's going to be number 12, Spencer Bartell, out of Soon Prairie, Wisconsin, by way of Madison College. He steps in here to face Albus as he fouls that one off, back-to-back foul-offs. Albus, like you said, took a stop off on his way to Abilene Christian at Temple College. Last season at Temple College, he had a 6.58 ERA and 26 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, 14 walks. So high ERA, high strikeouts. Late inning reliever here does not go through on it. Bartell last year, 125 batting average, 271, 125. Not a huge sample size for him on the slash line. The 1-2 pitch from Albus is low, and it's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, Coy, some of these weekend series here early in this part of the season before we get into WAC play, one thing I want to keep an eye out for is this ACU bullpen. A little bit of a question mark coming in. Lots of new faces, lots of new arms out there, and Dash being one of them. Some really good options out there for Coach Rick McCarty to go to.
Bartell shoots that one up the middle. He's got him a base hit in his first at bat, and runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and here it is once again. Bartell coming in the game, pitch hitting for Nelson in that 8-hole, making an immediate impact as the second batter of this inning and second base runner for the Huskies.
All right, Andre Dimitrol coming in and working with runners on first and second. Pitch outside for a strike, a good pitch there for Albus.
Albus having some good velo right now. That pitch was 92 on the outside corner. Really good pitch. Get back in the strike zone and command this inning after allowing the first 2 guys to get on base.
You mentioned that velo for a junior lefty. That's a good number right there. Really work on your stuff this year. Have a big senior year. As that one's in the top of the zone for strike 2. Bit of a wild throw there from Maddox Meese back. Dimitrol so far in this game, he's reached back in the 3rd on a fielder's choice, but other than that, no action from him. Runners on first and second. The 0-2 pitch from Albus is cracked into center field. It's going to be down for a base hit, and there's going to be some runs. Rounding third and headed home is Sapicki. Bartell's going to come home and score, and a big double from Andre Dimitrol gets the Northern Illinois Huskies 2 more runs here in this inning.
Really good piece of hitting here by Dimitrol. Previous to at bats, he kind of rolled over the ball, grounded out, once into a fielder's choice and once over to third base. But here kept his hands inside, drove it out into the right center field gap, and with the wind and the turf, that ball just boosted out towards the wall. Allowed the runner to score all the way from first. Bartell that was. Sapicki also scoring and put Dimitrol on second now. Albus finds himself in a little bit of trouble so far.
First pitch from Albus here to Charlie Parcell. Parcell came around and scored on an error back in the last inning, or pardon me, not an error, but reached on a tricky play. Wind caught on a pop-up there. Runner on second here. Big opportunity for Northern Illinois trying to get some runs and feel good. We talked about doubleheader today, double 9s for these 2 teams. Both 9-inning games, unless said otherwise. The second game of this matchup will not be on ESPN Plus. It'll be on the WAC Digital Network tonight. And so will the rest of the series this weekend. 2-0 to Parcell. He cracks that one into left field. Ladisall reading. It's popped up and caught by Cade McGar at second, or at shortstop, pardon me.
It's a really good out there for Dash Albus. Huskies got it back to the top of the order with Parcell, their leadoff man, and to come in, even with another runner in scoring position to get that pop up. Just a little bit of a confidence booster for a guy coming in relief out of the bullpen.
Casso Bucky stepping in here with a runner in scoring position. Dimitrov with quite the lead there at second. The pitch is inside for ball one.
You mentioned it. Another game after this one today. Really cool and breezy. Kind of a bone-chilling night here in Abilene, Texas. It's only getting colder. They moved the game from tomorrow to today to make today a doubleheader because tomorrow's weather even supposed to be a little bit worse than today.
And the 1-0 is smashed into center field. Dimitrov's got his wheels going, and he's going to come all the way home. There will be no throw from Borjo in center field, and the Huskies tack on just another run here in the 7th inning. That's 4 so far in this inning, and Northern Illinois continues to tack it on.
Another good swing, base hit up the middle of the field. You know, Austin Glaze started this game for the Wildcats and had a really great performance. Gave up the 1 home run, but since then we've seen 5 runs scored. Freeman gave up 2 in the 6th, and now Albus here has given up 3 in the 7th so far.
So here comes Rick McCarty coming to talk to Dash Albus. A 3 spot here for the Huskies in this inning. It's 13-6 now, and there is a lefty warming up in the bullpen. Got to think in this situation, maybe you leave Albus on and see if he can continue to get some outs here, but they're inching just a hair closer, because it looks like they're probably going to be leaving Albus on in this situation. Dimitrov came around and scored. That was the last score that we had in this ball game. So Bucky on first.
Yeah, we take a look back at the box score here so far for this game. Wildcats got off to a hot start. Out 3-0, and then Huskies fought back, made it 3-1. Wildcats put a couple more runs on the board. And then the Huskies just keep fighting. Big 7 spot for the Wildcats there in that bottom of the 6th, as you saw those that last inning. But now Huskies once again finding some offensive momentum and putting a 3 spot here now. Just 1 out. There's a chance to do some more damage here if you're the Huskies.
And Jaden, we talked about this a little bit earlier. These two teams, I tell you, Northern Illinois has looked very productive on offense, which has been not necessarily what you would have expected from the numbers we saw last year. They've looked really good, and I've got to say Ryan Copeland's got his guys working. That pitch is a strike high in the zone to Colin Summerhill.
Yeah, and I think that really just speaks to Copeland and the kind of job he does no matter where he goes. He's a winning coach, and he knows how to win.
Albus, they've got him caught up. That's so Bucky. He's caught up in the rundown now. Back to Williams. Williams is going to tag him out, and he gets caught up. Caden Sabaki gets caught off first base, and ACU's got their second out, and Albus now with a chance to get out of this inning.
It's a really great pickoff move from the lefty. Really tough to read. Kasabaki, I don't know if he was trying to steal or not, but got his secondary and got back picked from the lefty. Big out there by Albus.
The pitch to Summerhill is in there for a strike, and it's an 0-2 count. Dash Albus, he's a strike away from getting out of this inning. He's given up 3, but he's found his groove, it looks like. He gets the pickoff, and now a chance to get out of the inning. The 0-2 pitch is shot into center field. Borjo is there to field it, and it bounces off his glove. But Colin Summerhill, he gets on base for the first time today.
Yeah, that's 4 singles and a double so far here in the 7th inning with Albus on the mound. Not a ton of damage done yet. Still a big lead for the Wildcats, but Albus, one thing he is doing is he's filling up the strike zone. But these Huskies hitters are making him pay for it and putting it out into center field.
They've cut that lead back in half. They did it back in the 6th inning. They've done it here again in the 7th. NIU, they've got a really good-looking offense so far in this game. They're not facing any cheese right now. They're playing really good baseball. The pitch right here, that one bounces off of Misi. The runner's going to advance. And Summerhill, he's got him a swiped base on the bouncing ball. And that moves another runner into scoring position.
Get your guy right here. Get your guy in the box, 1-5.
Yeah, and if you're Dash Albus, you can't worry about the guy on second base. You have a 7-run lead.